Now the chlorophyll are of different types, chlorophyll A, B, Z, D, etc. But most commonly available chlorophyll is your chlorophyll A and B. They take part in the photosynthesis. They absorb the blue and red light rays. We know the VIBGYOR, okay, the rainbow colors. Now these two rays they absorb, and that they look green because they absorb these two rays and they reflect green. That's why the chlorophyll looks green in color. And the chlorophyll is made up of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and the mineral element present inside the chlorophyll is your magnesium. In case of hemoglobin, the mineral ion present inside the hemoglobin is ferrous or iron. Remember, they are often asked you in the objective type questions, name the mineral element present inside the chlorophyll. Question number 2, what they will ask you in the examination is, name the part of the chloroplast in which the chlorophyll is present. Third question they normally ask you is, name the pigment, the commonly available pigment which is responsible for photosynthesis and is present in chloroplast. Now these are the common objective section A questions that often comes in the examination. So that's about this. Then you have the empty space is also very important. It's called matrix or stroma. Now that's about, let this remain here, I will not disturb it. We go to the process because we need to get back to this in order to understand the process, which process takes place in which part of the chloroplast. I repeat, the chloroplast is enveloped by two membranes. It is enveloped, just like you have a letter inside the envelope. So you have a letter inside, you have the envelope covering the letter, just like your stroma and the grana are enveloped by a two membrane, and the collectively called, the chloroplast has got three parts. The membrane that is enveloping the inside part, you have the grana that is the 7 coins collectively, it may be 10, it may be 12, it may be 15, it differs from species to species, organelle to organelle, and each one is called a thylakoid. Inside you have the chlorophyll present, and the empty space is called matrix or stroma. And you have a number of objective questions, can at least 10 to 15 questions, section A questions can be developed only from this part. Next we go to the process. I told you we have two mechanisms. It's also called a mechanism of photosynthesis, that is your light reaction and dark reaction. Children, so far what we have learned is, we learned what is photosynthesis, the importance of photosynthesis, then we came to the structure of chloroplast, we learned a little bit about the chlorophyll, and the function of chlorophyll is to absorb light energy, and the unit of light energy is called photon. They'll ask in the section A questions, what is photon? Photon is nothing but the unit of light energy is called photon. So far we have finished 3 main points. Coming to the light reaction, it's very, very important. The light reaction, what happens in the light reaction? The light reaction, the solar energy. Okay, the step number 1, let me put it in steps. Step number 1, activation of chlorophyll. Two, photolysis of water. Number 3, reduction of NADP. Or formation of, sometimes they will use the word in the examination, formation. So you need to get used to all the terminologies. Formation of NADPH2. Okay, I'll tell you why it's called a formation, why it's called reduction here later. Number 4, it's not in your book, I'm just putting it because often the question comes, formation of water molecule and oxygen. We'll let you know how does this water, okay, I'll give you the overall chemical equation thereafter. Number 5, photophosphorylation. Photophosphorylation. lesion. Now these are the 5 steps of your light reaction. Okay? Now, I clear up this, I'll get back to you. I repeat, children, the light reaction contains 5 steps. This is not in your book, but I'll tell you how this is being formed. Activation of chlorophyll, fertilizers of water, reduction of NADP or formation of NADPH2. It's one and the same, and the formation of water and oxygen. Number 5 is your photophosphorylation or the formation of ATP. Now ATP refers to adenosine triphosphate, NADP refers to nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, and that is one and the same. This is energy rich compound. This is a compound which will trap energy and gets converted into chemical energy. We got the first one, that is your activation of chlorophyll. I'm getting back to the diagram over here. Over to the diagram. I told you inside each thylakoid. Remember? And the grip of thylakoid is called a grana. Each coin is called a thylakoid. And in each thylakoid you have the chlorophyll and the normally common chlorophyll molecules that take part in the photosynthesis is here chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. Now, once this during the day, remember the photosynthesis takes place during the day, does not take place at night. I'll tell you the reason later. During the day, once the sunlight sets in, the chlorophyll molecule gets activated and it traps the solar energy. I repeat, the chlorophyll molecules within the thylakoid absorb solar energy and gets activated. Simultaneously, you have from the root the water molecules being available for the leaf. The photosynthesis normally takes place in all the green part of the plant, mainly the leaves. So, on one side you have the supply of water, on the other side you have the sunlight. I'll give you the overall chemical equation after this. So, it gets activated, the water, it splits there, so that much only the first step. The chlorophyll molecules gets activated on absorption of sunlight. I repeat, the chlorophyll molecules present within the thylakoid gets activated on absorption of solar energy. Now what happens? The first point is over. Okay? We go to the next one. Photolysis of water. Photolysis of water. I have split the word. Photo refers to light. Lysis meaning breaking. Breaking of whom? The water. So, the water molecules, you have the water simultaneously available for the leaves to synthesize the food. So, the water is split in the presence of sunlight. So, it is called photolysis of water. I repeat, children, the splitting of water molecule, splitting matlab breaking. The splitting of water molecule in the presence of sunlight is called photolysis of water. Now, normally, in one cycle, 4 molecules of water is broken. It splits to 4H plus 4OH minus. Okay? Now, this is the chemical equation for the photolysis of water, where the 4 molecules of water get split into 4 hydrogen ion and 4 hydroxyl ion. Now, that is photolysis of water is over. First, activation of chlorophyll. The chlorophyll molecules gets activated, absorbing the sunlight, the solar energy. After that, using that solar energy absorbed by the chlorophyll, the water molecule is split, that is your breaking in the presence of sunlight. Breaking of water in the presence of sunlight is called photolysis of water, and that's what happens here. The next step, you have the reduction of NADP or formation of NADPH2. Now, you know, in the chemistry class you must have learned, teacher must have taught you, the addition of oxygen is called oxidation, and the removal of oxygen or the addition of hydrogen is called your reduction reaction. Now, in the chloroplast, there is a compound called NADP, which has a capacity to absorb the utilize the solar energy and get converted into an energy-rich compound called NADPH2. I repeat, in the chloroplast, there is a chemical compound called NADP, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, which has the capacity to absorb the energy and get converted into NADPH2. So, which means this is an energy-rich compound, and this compound has the capacity to absorb the energy and get converted into energy-rich compound, which is then utilized in the dark reaction to synthesize starch or glucose. Now let's see how does that happen. I told you in the chloroplast you have a molecule called NADP, that is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate, which combines with, okay. Now before that, let me tell you what happens to this hydroxyl ion. Now this hydroxyl ion releases the electron and gets converted into water molecule, two molecules of water and oxygen molecules, and that's how, when I give you the overall chemical equation, that is your 6CO2 plus 12H2O in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives rise to C6H12O6 plus 6H2O plus 6O2. Now this is the overall chemical equation of your